It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Hey everybody, welcome to Wright at the Movies. If you're looking for reviews on movies, you've come to the right place. Today I'm talking about Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Hate the name, but love the movie. It's been almost a year since Force Awakens was in theaters, and it's been almost a year since Disney brought Star Wars back. And when you look at the future and all the future movies coming out, you can realize really quick, Star Wars is never leaving us again. We'll have a new Star Wars movie every year until we all die. So for those of you who aren't really big Star Wars nerds, you might be confused on where this movie's really set. It's right between the two trilogies, the prequels and the originals. It's smack dab in the center. It's kind of the bridge between the really bad movies and the really good ones, both chronologically and in quality. And it's about the rebels stealing the plans for the Death Star and finding out about its structural weaknesses. Spoilers.
A major weapons test is imminent. We need to know how to destroy it.
So this is a total movie just to set up the next movie, and it's full of characters you've never heard of before. So why should you care? It's because it's character driven, it's gritty, it's dark, and it feels so different and new. And it's quite possibly the greatest Star Wars prequel ever made. I'm kidding. It's definitely the greatest Star Wars prequel ever made. Even though the prequels are not my favorites, they're still really important to that overall Star Wars legacy. And this movie also tries to honor that Star Wars legacy by bringing in things from video games and books and role-playing games and cartoons. It tries to bring it all together and reward you for sticking with it. I don't want to spoil anything, because watching Star Wars has become a huge event, even now at Christmas time. But I have to warn you, this movie is just a little bit different. Most Star Wars movies feel really operatic and really grand. This feels like it's trying something different. This is the first solo spin-off movie, and they're going in a different direction, that of a gritty, balls-to-the-wall action movie. And it's awesome. There's no lightsaber battles, there's no Jedi, there's barely any mention of the Force, and when it is brought up, it sounds like a crazy hippie religion. These are soldiers, and they don't care about any of that stuff. They just want to live to see tomorrow.
I fear nothing. All is as the Force wills it.
These are soldiers, and they're fighting for their lives, and it really does feel like at any moment, any of them can die. Even our main characters are a bunch of scruffy nerf herders, and at any moment, they can all just blow up in an explosion or get shot by a stormtrooper. Jyn Erso is a rebellious anti-hero looking for her place in the galaxy. Cassian is a war-torn soldier really looking for a break, and K2SO is a glitchy, sarcastic droid. These are not good people. This team is kind of a Dirty Dozen, Suicide Squad, Guardians of the Galaxy, Magnificent Seven kind of thing, and it's really great seeing the Star Wars universe through a different lens. It's the first Star Wars movie to really focus on character, and even though other movies have great characters, they're never the main focus of the story. This movie is all about the relationships, it's about friendships, it's about betrayal, it's about love, it's about memory. If they focused on the plot, the movie would be over in 10 seconds because we know how it ends. Spoilers! Yes, Darth Vader appears, and yes, there's a couple references here and there, but it's really just a war movie with ray guns and robots. So, a really good one. And Gareth Edwards' directing this time is really great, and even though he's new in his directing career, I'm really liking what he's doing here. He has a really great sense of scale. Even in that Godzilla movie that I didn't love, I thought he had a really great sense of scale, and he's bringing that into this movie. He's a huge Star Wars nerd, so when we look at the Death Star or a Star Destroyer or even Darth Vader, it all feels so monumental, it all feels so epic and scary, and it brings a whole new life to the Star Wars universe. I know you're all wondering, so let me just say yes, Darth Vader is in the movie. He's only got a couple scenes, but they use him sparingly and very effectively.
This is our chance to make a real difference.
I love that they took it small, I love that they focused on characters, but that's not to say that this is a perfect movie. There are a few flaws. namely the editing. This movie is a little bit messy, especially in the first half hour or so. It seems so excited to introduce all of these characters and all of these plot threads that it keeps jumping around to all these other timelines and all these other flashbacks and all these other planets, and it becomes really confusing. This is the first Star Wars movie that doesn't have a title crawl, and it desperately needs one. There's some characters I wanted more of, there's some characters I wanted a lot less of, namely Forrest Whitaker's character. I didn't need him in the movie at all. There's some plot points that are a little bit confusing, and there's a CGI character that is so crazy lifelike, it's a little bit distracting. Which I don't know is actually a bad thing or a good thing. This goes in a different direction and shows a different side of the Star Wars universe, and I applaud Disney and Lucasfilm for trying something new. If Force Awakens wasn't quite your cup of tea, I do recommend this one. Even though I liked Force Awakens just a little bit more, these are both really, really great new Star Wars movies. While I had a great time watching it, and I think a lot of Star Wars fans will too, it's not super necessary. I mean, we know how it ends. Spoilers. So I'm gonna give Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, one really strong thumbs up. Did you see Rogue One, A Star Wars Story? What did you think? Comment down below. Thanks for watching Right at the Movies. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can check out some more reviews right here.
Are you with me?